Well, by now the whole world knows that George Floyd was murdered in Minneapolis on May the 25th. And while the entire country has been reacting to the situation with protests, many peaceful, many unruly, Sean Sutherlin, who joins us now, a senior on the Wildcat men's basketball team, is about as close to where that murder occurred as the UNH campus is to Portsmouth. So, Sean, thanks for coming on. This is a loaded question to begin with, but how are you doing there in Minnesota?
I'm doing good. Me and my family are safe, so that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
We've seen media reports, certainly, of how it must be, but in real life, living there, how has it been, the effects of the last week?
It's just been crazy, It's just been something that I've never imagined that would happen in the city of Minneapolis. It's really devastating what happened to George Floyd, and my prayers and condolences go out to his family. It was just a horrible thing that happened, and the impact on our city it's been crazy. When you go downtown, you just see all the burnt buildings and the looted stores. It's just really sad to see.
What do you remember about first finding out? What were your emotions? Was it instant anger? Was it scared? What do you remember about that?
My first emotion was just why. It's been happening in this country for so long, and just why does it keep happening, and what can we do to make a change? My first reaction was really just anger, just because it seems like it just keeps happening over and over again, and it seems like our voices aren't being heard by the people in charge. So just anger and sadness.
Did you go and protest? Did you feel like you should go out there, or how did you respond in the immediate aftermath?
I didn't go for the first 2 days just because it was actually pretty dangerous down there in Minneapolis. There was a lot of fires and looting going on. So I didn't actually go the first 2 days, but the next 2 days after that, after most of the fires and stuff was done, I went once with my sister and her friend, and we just walked down there to protest. And then the next day after that, me and a group of my friends, we decided to get together and clean up the city.
Well, that leads us to some pictures I want to share with you and share with our audience so people can have a better idea of how you got involved in your community. So this must be the group of friends you're describing to us. Can you tell us who these people are? The T-shirts are all matching, and what it is you did.
The person on the far right is actually one of my best friends. His name is Justin Davis. He owns a clothing brand called For the City. He just has a great impact in our city, just a positive impact. And me and him, we got together a couple days ago, and we came up with the idea to get like a group of people together, about 50 people, just to go down to the city and do whatever we could to clean up.
Let's go to picture number 2, and there's Sean Sutherlin cleaning up. So how many hours are you out there? What was the scene like, and what is it? Clearly you have a broom there. What is it that you did?
Well, we all met up about an hour away from the city, so we had to walk about an hour. And just when we got to the city, it was kind of like a crazy scene. Like, you see all the buildings that are burnt, like whole streets are just burnt. So we stopped at a couple buildings and we saw people cleaning up, and we decided to help them clean up. We cleaned up about 3 or 4 buildings, just in about a span of 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, that building in the background, pretty incredible to see.
Yeah.
The damage done there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, who do we have here, Sean? Chance to.
That's my older sister, Rachel. She came down with me the past 2 days, and she's just been a great big sister to me, just mentoring me. She's a great influence in my life.
And then this picture here I saved because this is, to me, the best one, the idea of the George Floyd mural.
Yeah, it was just a beautiful spray paint that me and my sister wanted to take a picture in front of. There's a lot of beautiful murals down there of George Floyd.
Now that you've done it, been part of your community, part of the cleanup, part of the healing. How did that make you feel? Was there some kind of being grateful to be able to help, some kind of relief?
Yeah, I just felt so blessed to be able to have the opportunity to go down and clean up my city. I feel like everybody has a voice, and my voice was to go down there and help clean up just a little bit. It just felt great to go down and do that.
So back here in UNH, have you had a chance to talk with your teammates, Coach Harrion? What's the support been like from far?
It's been actually great. Coach Harrion has called me every day just to see how I'm doing. All of my coaches have called me every single day since it happened, and they've just been great. Support has just been great. We actually had a Zoom meeting yesterday, and a former player, Ferg, he shared a very powerful poem with all of our team. It was just a great opportunity to listen to what he had to say. It was very powerful. After his poem, we just talked about ways we can help make change in our community and in each of our own communities, especially at UNH. We just brainstormed ideas and we just started a conversation, which was great.
I can't relate. Most of the people watching can't relate to what it's like to be a young black man or woman, the idea of racial profiling and racism. But I think everyone wants to know, what do you think we can do in this community to help make the change?
I think that the first step is just to educate yourself on Black lives and racial injustice. That's the first step. And once you educate yourself, just start a conversation. Everybody has a voice, and the biggest thing is just to talk about it. That's the first step in change, in my opinion.
Do you think that as the nation tries to heal, tries to come together, they can take some lessons from athletics, basketball in particular, where, yes, it matters if you're white, if you're black, but once you're in that locker room, it doesn't matter. You are part of the team and coming together. Those lessons should be what we take into our everyday lives.
Exactly. I feel like sports, in every sport, it doesn't really matter what race you are, what color you are, and that's the beautiful thing about sports, is everybody comes together for a common goal. And I feel like that's how I got my mindset, just because I've been playing sports for so long. And I feel like all athletes should come together and try to make a change.
Sean, UNH is really proud of you, really happy that you and your family are safe right now. Thank you for taking some time to be with us here today. And we can't wait to have you, your teammates, all the students and student athletes back on campus as soon as possible.
Appreciate it.